Hello, good evening, welcome. My name is Ovin Darko. I want to share with you today what I have termed become the best at your job. Become the best at your job. Become the best at the job that you prayed for, the one that you wrote exam to get, the one that you were so much happy when you had it initially, you know, the job that you have now. Become the best at it. Be present at that work. Concentrate. You're not going to succeed at anything that you're not concentrating. You're not going to become that much successful at that work that you are doing if you don't have the work or the job at heart. If you're not giving maximum attention to it, if you're not present, if you're not thinking about that job that you have, if you're doing it anyhow, if you're one of those people who will say that is it for my mother, is it for my uncle, is it for me? After all, it's somebody's business, it's somebody's company that I'm working for, and how much at all do they pay me that I have to sacrifice and kill myself? There's the kind of things that people tell themselves. Become the best at what you do. Decide. It's a decision. If you're a teacher, become the best. If you are a mechanic and you work for another company, become the best there. If you are civil servant, become the best there. Whatever job that you have, become the best there. Concentrate there. Productivity, or the other way around, progress follows productivity. You will not become great at anything if you're not productive in that thing. So it's a decision that you have to make, that this job that I have to become the best. It's not your best. We are not asking of your best, because sometimes your best may not be the best, but we are looking at the one that you will do that becomes the best, that everybody else can look at and say that this guy is great at what he does. It's a decision. Not everybody maybe has what it takes to create a company, to create a business that can employ people. But almost everybody can work somewhere, can have a job. And if they decide to say that I want to become the best at this job, at least that company can grow and can become better, and that company can employ a lot of people. So it's a decision to make. And don't be driven by the noise you hear, the friends, what they tell you, what the family tells you, what sometimes even co-workers let you understand. Because sometimes somebody will come to work, they are very much passionate, they are concentrated on the work, and they love what they do. They come with a lot of energy, and the same person after a while starts to give up, starts to, say a lot of things, starts to lose concentration and attention. They start not to focus on the job that they were so much happy to have had. You're not, you see, the any minute that you spend at any workplace, any hour that you spend, any years that you spend at anything that you're doing, and you call it a job that they pay you, those years you're not going to get them back. And as a matter of fact, you either use those hours, those years, to become the best at, to improve yourselves, to see it as an opportunity to challenge yourself, to say that if I'm here, because sometimes some people don't even like the job that they have, but you have to discipline yourself to say that if I am present, if I am part of this work, if I am the one who is here, then I have to give the best. It's irrelevant whether they treat you well or whether the environment is good for you. That is not it. You have to develop your quality so high that whatever job that you have, once you are involved, becomes the best. You go to meet 100 people, and because of how you work, you become the best. It doesn't have to take you 10 years, 20 years to become the best at the place. You just have to have a good heart. You just have to have the willingness to learn, and you have to learn the trade, whatever you're doing there. The things that will make you great, Sometimes they are at the work that you do. Sometimes they are not even so much the technical things. They are the very basic things that everybody else can learn. You know, because coming to work on time is does not have to take your technical skills to know. Being honest at the workplace, being truthful. You don't have to be a genius to be honest. Just say that this is how it is. Stop paying, at least paying attention to the work that they have given you, not moving around and being inquisitive and talking about people. It's a decision that you can make. You don't have to be intelligent to do that. Deciding to say that I'm not going to steal from this place, I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to cheat, is something that you can do. And knowing if your superiors or your boss or your manager gives you a work to do, just pay attention to the work and understand why that business is there. What is their vision? What is their goal? What do you think they employ you? Don't lose that focus. Whatever they employ you to do, always go beyond that. If they employ you to do 2 things, do 5, do 10, do 20, because it's your quality that you're developing. Tomorrow you may not be at that workplace, but wherever that you show up, if you didn't develop the right work ethics there, wherever you show up, it will show. So it's not, oh, I was very good, but because I met, because I went to a bad place, that's why I've become lazy. No, you are lazy. If you don't like the place, then leave. Don't stay there. Don't decide to just patch. Like when you were in school, they said that some people were patches. That means that they were staying with people who, they didn't have access to the room, but they had friends, so they will parasite on them. Saying you don't have to take a job that you are not happy, you don't want it, but because you think that it's paying you some salary, you want it. Once you are ready for the salary, become that good at it. There should be that philosophy of yours that says that if they pay me, I should deserve this kind of payment. I should deserve this kind of salary. I have to come to work and give the best of me. You're not being used if you're working. If they're paying you, you're not being used. That's what normally they tell us. People will say that, you think I'm just working for this man. Are you sure? Sometimes the business owner, sometimes the company owner may not, at the end of the year, may not have anything. But he may be pushed, he may be forced. He would have to pay the salaries, no matter small how you think your salary is. The business owner may have to force himself to pay you. And sometimes at the end of the year, he has nothing. Sometimes he even goes to borrow so that the business can work. And he doesn't have anything, and you are still getting your salaries every month, and yet you say that you are working for somebody. Any job that you are there, as a matter of fact, you're working for yourself. Okay, you're working for yourself. Forget about the ownership, because 100% ownership, sometimes some businesses never make any dividend for the owners, but the people that they employ to work there, at least they get their salary. So have that development of mind that if I'm here, I'm going to give the best and I'm going to become the best. It's you. Nobody is. It's you. You have to decide that. Be noted as somebody who has the work at heart. Be recognized. And because when you are working anyway, people are looking at you. They study you. They look at the words that you use. They look at your demeanor. They look at how you come to work. They look at you. Decide, make a decision that if I'm here, I'm going to be noted as somebody who has this place at heart. I'm going to put myself into this business because after all, I've taken this job, and I'm going to be present. And I'm not going to let anybody talk me out of this kind of job because I prayed for this. I waited for this. I went for interview. I asked a lot of people. I sent CVs, and eventually this place called me. And once I am here, I'm going to give the best. It's a decision, it's a choice. Don't work anywhere and be thinking that, oh, me, I don't. And don't talk badly about the place that you work. Live beyond the culture, the little things in the culture. Live beyond the common knowledge and the common perception, that people have about the places that they work. Live beyond that. Lift your game up. Don't just be somebody who you're working at a place Yet you are always using bad words about the place that you work. You're talking badly about your boss. You're talking badly about the company. If anybody comes to work, you are the first person to, talk badly about the business, about the company. It's not good. You are not destroying the company. You are really destroying yourself, because the quality that you're developing, if you don't develop it, you cannot get what you have not prepared for. So it's a philosophy that you must develop. Don't talk badly about the place that you work. If you're going to do that, then quit. Go and work in a place that you know that they really deserve you. But if you happen to be there and you don't want to move, then use good words for the business, for the environment, for the culture there. Don't just be somebody who, the way people are. They come to work just 2 weeks. They're using all the bad words. They're talking badly about everybody. They have all the negative thoughts about the company that they have just come to work for 2 weeks. It means that you're not going anywhere. You're actually sacrificing your future. You're not deceiving the person that you're working for. No. You're only deceiving yourself, because it's a quality that you have, you develop. So wherever you are working, become the best there. If they give you problems to solve, if they give you an assignment, don't push it to tomorrow. Be so much diligent and prompt and productive, and solve problems. If there is something that they just give you, don't put it there. Always your superiors or people should be looking for you to be solving problems in the workplace, and never feel bad that everybody is looking for you to be the one who is working. Never feel bad, because it means that you're becoming better. You're becoming the best at what you do. If they are not asking for you, if nobody is giving you anything, if nobody is calling you to help them, it means that you're not good. It's just like that. You are the only one who thinks, you think that you're good, but people are not seeing it. It's not that you're good. You're not good. If you're good, they'll be calling you. If you're good, your bosses will be calling you all the time. If you're good, your colleagues will be calling you. If you're good, they'll be asking you questions. They'll be talking. Anywhere that you work, if you're good, it will come out. They will know. People will know. But if you're not good, nobody will look for you. They are giving you an assignment, they are giving you a work, they are giving you some project, and they are double thinking. They are thinking that, can this person deliver on time? Would they do it as expected? It means that you're not going anywhere. So don't just go and pray that God will lift you. God is not going to lift you if you can't handle the next stage. And the proof of progress is the work and how you do your work. So most people are in the thinking that they cannot even work for a lot of these first generation businesses, a lot of startups, a lot of Ghanaian companies. When people work there, they are not paying attention. They're looking for somewhere to work. So every time that they're working for these companies, that the manager, the owner, the entrepreneur is there, they are sending their CVs everywhere. That's not the best. One of the best places to work and to see firsthand how businesses are at least developed is when you're working directly with some of these people that they call startups, or young, or first generation businesses, because you start to see every component of business. If you work with most of these well structured companies, the fact is that what you're doing, a machine can do it. They just regiment you, they just condition you to do very little thing. Most of these people work in all these big companies, they don't know much about the company apart from the little thing that they do in the company. That's why it becomes difficult when they let them go home. They have no idea. But when you're working with a company that is not so big, there are other advantages. You see all the other activities that any company must have in place for it to work. And you get to learn a lot, and you become the best, because the essence of it is that you want to become the best at what you do. And by the time that you have become best, you can take that character, that skill anywhere, and you'll succeed. So it's a decision that you have to make. Stop lying and stop talking, behind, and focus on the work. Come to work on time. And if they give you project, if they give you 2 weeks, try to do it in a week. Don't if they give you, say, go and buy something, don't just go and change the figures. Be honest with what you do. Be thankful. If you want salary to be raised, go and talk to the one who can help and say that I'm working, my heart is here, and I think that if something can be done about this, just don't just do behind things like the way most people do. It's not important. It's unnecessary. Work such that somebody will see you and say that yes, this is a good person that I have employed. Because most business owners are in a situation where they are not sure who to even employ, because most often the people that they employ, the next minute they're giving them all kind of difficult situations. People work in a place just for a month or two or a year. The next time they want to leave, they are creating all kind of problems for the business owner. It's a bad heart that you have developed. It's not going to help you. You're not going to become successful in life just because you have certificates. They mean something, but they don't mean that you become successful. That which separates you from others is how well you work, how seriously you take the job that they have given you. You come in with a good heart, you're ready to work for long hours, and you are credible, you're honest, and you're not complaining, and you know how to work with the team. You are able to inspire people to work and get the things that you have to do, get done on time, and sometimes even before time. You are there, and everybody knows that if they give you 200,000 to handle, the project will be safe, and you will not going to lie and cheat. Some people are good at what they do, but you cannot be trusted with money. You are not the best. You cannot be trusted that if you give this engineer this money, it will be safe. They understand the work, they understand all that is required of them, but you're scared of giving them even materials or giving them something that can easily be converted into money. Why? Because they have problem with money and they have problem with credibility. You cannot be the best at what you do if you don't have honesty at heart. If you are dishonest, you are not the best at what you do. If you're lazy, you are not the best at what you do. If you're not learning on the work that you do, whatever that you do, maybe you're an accountant, are you constantly buying magazines? Are you reading about it? Are you going for seminars? Are you training yourself to get the best and the most upgraded kind of skill that is required in that field? That's how you become the best. So you're reading, you're researching, you're studying this work. Maybe you're a sales manager. Are you studying about sales? Are you learning it? Are you studying about the product that you're selling? Do you know how to manage the team? Can you get the targets? Can you exceed the target? Are you looking at becoming the best for the company to grow, or you're just thinking of yourself? The moment you think only of your self-interest, you cannot become the best at what you do. Because any little thing you feel cheated, you feel conned, and you feel conned, and you feel like somebody else is taking advantage of you. Become the best, because the best are the ones who win. In this life is those who succeed are the ones who win. Those who are able to be trusted. So every little challenge that they give you, every little problem that they give you, you take it seriously. You work with your heart. You don't play. You don't just take things for granted. Every little things that they test you, you are up to the task. Become the best, because that's how you grow. That's how you succeed. And don't think that you're going to start your business if the work that they have given you, you take it for granted. Never think like that. Wherever you are working, decide, make a decision that if I'm here, I'm going to work with all my heart and I'm not going to complain. If everybody else is complaining, if they see me, they will stop. I create an atmosphere, I create a culture of productivity. It is your choice, it's your decision. You carry it wherever you go. Whatever organization that you go to work with is you. You will show up. Don't think that because you have gone to work with this organization, you become effective. It's not true. It's you. If you are good, wherever that you are, there will be difference. If you are the best, wherever you are, there will be difference. If you're lousy and lazy and murmuring and only focused on getting money and cheating and lying, that's the results that you're going to get. And it becomes part of you. And people who develop this kind of character never become great. Whatever they build, they eventually will lose it. Why? Because they will cheat to get the results. Results only follow those who are the best at what they do. The lazy ones don't get ahead in life. That you must know. Those who are very lazy and go to work and they are there, they go to work, they're on their phone. They're on Facebook, they're on WhatsApp, they are chatting. And what are the things that they are chatting about? The things that will not bring progress to them, that will not bring progress to the workplace every day. It's not like that. You are not the best. The assignment, what is in front of you, the targets that you have to hit, that is what you think about, that's what you plan, that's what you execute, that's what you're connecting people, you're doing extra. Then you become the best. Then you become the best. So it's your decision to decide to say that if I am involved, it must work, it must be the best. If your decision is your choice, it's nobody's choice, it's nobody's decision. It is your decision, and become the best at it. At least dress for it, be prepared for it, study what the position that they have given you. Even if you're a cleaner, if you're the best at what you do, people will recognize it. The next time you see it, you are the head of the cleaning department. The next time you see it, they are putting you into another place. The next time you see, people have become great. It doesn't matter how you start. What is really important is how well you are at where you started. Become the best there, keep going. And don't develop this attitude of feeling like you're a victim because of the kind of position that they have given you in any place. Any place of work, you can become the best and people will recognize it. People will see it. And even if people don't see it, you yourself, you will see it. And it becomes part of you. And once that becomes part of you, you can explode at anything because it's work ethics. So people become president of nations and they work like they are, they work like they are poor. They lack. Why? Because of that's how they develop themselves. And they go to sleep. Why? Because when they were young, they didn't develop that character to be the best at what they do. So become the best at what you do. That's how you're going to succeed. And decide that if I'm here, we are going to get the best of results. We are going to get the best of practice. You're going to get the best of team because if you cannot become the best at work when you don't know how to work with the people. You have to know how to work with the people. You have to know how to work with the vision of the company you want. You don't become part of those who are cheating and lying to get the company destroyed because you cannot help any company that you say you're helping it to develop when you are cheating, lying, and going behind. Don't have your own dealings in the hours that you are supposed to be working for the company. If you want to have maybe some business somewhere that you do, yes, have that business that you do, but it should not be a business that conflicts with what your business is doing, at least. And then it should not be, you should not use the hours that you're working for your business. And don't come and print a lot of things in the company. Don't use the company's internet and those things to be doing what you call your business, because later when you have also become big, what you call your business, people will also do the same thing and it doesn't get the best out of you. So it's a decision that you have to take and say that if I'm here, I'm going to make sure that they pay me. I work more than they pay me. So the salary they pay me, I would want to do more than they pay me. And don't steal from the company. Don't take their money. Don't take their product. Be happy with what you have. And then you start to learn. You start to get the best of sense as to how to use the little that you have to grow. So develop your work ethics and become the best. It's a decision. It's a choice. And don't go anywhere to work and then the next time you're fighting it. Me, I don't understand. If you want to leave the place, live in harmony, live in peace. Don't leave any place that you're working, fighting and talking badly about them. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Even if you think the people are bad, it is unnecessary. And don't rush to be taking people to court and those things. It's unnecessary. Doesn't matter what, it's unnecessary. Even if you think that they cheated you, it's unnecessary. Okay, it's unnecessary. So develop. Don't be cantankerous. Don't be somebody who is just so legalistic and want to tell people where they are wrong. No, you want to get the best out of life. I'm not saying that let people cheat you. But a lot of things that people give a lot of attention to, thinking that somebody is cheating them, a lot of them are not true. A lot of them are unnecessary. You've completed school, you have been in the house for maybe 5 years. Somebody open a business and they employ you, and the person makes it small, and you want to take them on, and you think that you are going to succeed with life. Not so sure. Not so sure. Become the best. A lot of people go to work, they say that they have to start work at 7 or 9 and close at 5. They go 10 and they close at 4. And they think that they are going to become the best. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. You are not going to become the best as such. Because the more hours you put in what you do, the more results that you're likely to get. And people say that people should work smart, work hard. Eschew laziness. Just work hard. Work hard. Put hours in it. If you have to rest, rest, but work hard. And if anything has to be done, and you are the one in charge, don't postpone it. Attend to the things that bring progress. Schedule your work. What are the things that you are being marked on? Those are the things that you pay attention to. So if they are marking you by the sales or by the number of products that you're able to get out, those are the places that you give your attention to. So that because that's where the drive is, But some people they go to work where they are marking them. That's where they don't even know. Ask those who have the power to promote you what is important to them. Ask them, and then focus on those. Because if you are doing something, you may be burning a lot of hours, but you may not be doing something that is important to the future and to the progress of the company that you're working with. And it means that you go behind and complain that I've done a lot, I'm doing all my best, but yet nobody recognizes it because what you are paying attention to is not what they really need. So look at where they need the resource, where they need progress to make difference in the story of the company. That's where you give attention. That's where you pay attention. So when you work with people, don't let them go home and think and worry and struggle. They are looking for you, your phone is off. You're not communicating, you're not talking to anybody. They correct you, you're angry, you're not doing the right thing. They ask you, you say, this is how I do it. You're not going anywhere. If your behavior is like that. And when you're going to work, dress, look neat, look sharp, dress for that work that you have. Be presentable, smell good, be happy, put up a nice face. Every work that you have that they pay you, you deserve it. And if you are the best, people will know. And don't be so much interested in some of these people who have gone to the so-called university. They think that some works are below them. No work is below you. No work is below you. Your university, that's where you use your brain. If you don't have anything to do and somebody gives you a job, it's not below you. That's not where to go and tell people that they have gone to university. If it's not some situation, I will not be here. Those are all childish. You don't need to go to any place to be telling people, I've gone to school, but you see me, I have a problem, that's why I'm here. No. Whatever that you have signed to do it with all your heart. Do it. Be present. Don't be talking about those things. They're not important. As a matter of fact, where you think your degree should be working, there are people who are working there and who are also complaining. Because it's not the place that you work, it's the quality of personality that you have become. That is what brings the progress. So it really does not matter. What matters is that whatever they have given you, you are able to bring the best there. You get results, you get progress, you bring improvement, you bring development. Then it's right. Then it's right. You can become any big position in any company. It doesn't matter. What matters is what you have brought to that position. You can become the MD of that big company, international company, and yet they have to let you go because you don't bring in the best. So it's not so much the position, it's what you have developed. You have equipped yourself all your life. So when they push you there, you see that you can get the results. There are little things that when you do, you become the best. One of it is you don't go to work and not focus on the work. You're looking for people's story. You're the one telling you how whatever is happening in the company. Everybody's story is important. You are wasting your energy, you're wasting your time. You don't do that. And then you are always coming to work late, and you always have one emergency or the other. You're always calling in sick, and you're always going to the doctor to get a report. You're deceiving yourself. It isn't worth it. And don't come to work shabbily, dress and you look like it doesn't really matter. You are not paying attention. The work means nothing to you. Then don't come. As a matter of fact, they should let you go home. They should fire you. so that you can get sense. And don't show up to work because you need just the salary. You are deceiving yourself. So become the best at where you work. Become the best at where you work, and let them know that this one is different. This very person is different. When you are not there, they are looking for you. When you don't come to work, they are saying, "Where is he?" If you don't come to work and nobody calls you, it means that you are not the best. You're just hanging in there. You're average, and you cannot win in this life like that, especially when you are beginning from a very low level. So be noted as somebody who has the work at heart, and don't be the one running around talking badly about people, and don't be the one saying that this is not my work, it's not for my father, it's not for my mother. I'm not going to kill myself for this kind of work. It's not important. They don't even pay as well. Those things that you saw your friends and your parents and your mother and your father and all these people talking like that, don't bring it. Be professional. Whatever that you do, be professional. Come to work as a professional. You know, it's a serious work that you're doing. Present the best of standard. So you don't know when you're working, you don't know who is looking at you. You have no idea who is looking at you. And if they give instruction, make sure that you give it. If they require of you to do something, make sure that you do it. And work as this is mine. No matter what is yours, whether you know it or you don't know it. Because they pay you. And you see, when you don't have a place to work, when you don't have any job and you're really looking for a job, it's frustrating. You get up in the morning, you don't know where to go. You're just going to drop CVs everywhere. It's frustrating. Don't always forget that. So that when you have a work at hand, at least you know that when you don't have one, it's a bit more frustrating. And so now that you have one, you're going to give the best of them. Because when the company is collapsing or when they have to let people go, they usually don't let the ones who are best go. No, they let the ones who are not good go. Those that they don't trust, those that they doubt, those that are not present, those that are not focusing on the job. Those are the ones that they have to let go first. The very best, usually, they keep them. Now that they have a lot of banks going down, the ones who are very good, it will show. Because now you have new management, you have new leadership. If you are just being covered by somebody, even if you're not good and they were just covering you, now those people cannot cover you anymore. So whatever you are made of or you're made of will show. So they will throw a challenge and you cannot handle it. Then they will let you go. Because it means that you are not the best. So everybody is looking for the best. Everybody is looking for the best. So become the best. It's a choice, it's a decision that you have to make. Nobody can make it for you. It's nobody's responsibility. It's nobody's duty. It's yours to become the best at what you do and become the best at your job. It's a decision. And look at the little other things that you can do to become the best at that workplace. It's a choice. If you do it and you do it well, you'll succeed. And that's why you bring progress. That's why you bring, that's why you go forward in life. When you are paying attention and you're getting results. You're getting results. So thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Become the best at what you do. The job.